bees are very, very good. They are easy to manage because you can get 1 kilogram of glucose or cassava flour or maize flour and put it here, and it will take a month.
We would like to know,
Yes.
why would you get bees and then ignore the honey?
Bee venom is at the top. So when you collect that venom and make a kilogram, you're a rich lady. You need like 1,000 hives to collect your 80 million per month. These pharmaceutical companies, those people know how rich bee venom is.
Uganda's leading export and source of livelihood for millions of farmers across the country. But while the farmers concentrate so much on growing the beans, very few of them venture into value addition. That's where entrepreneurs and enthusiasts like Jacqueline Arinda step in to bridge the gap between the farm and the final product. I am your host, Sheila Navafo. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stick around. We've got so much more in store for you tonight.
Coffee is one product that once you get into, even when you're passionate about it, you still earn and survive.
Yeah.
I know we are passionate about gold, but you can find gold in Congo. You can find, but our coffee is the best.
Ugandan coffee's global reputation needs no argument. It is simply one of the best to grace any taste buds. And the income, God, we are talking trillions annually. But farmers often stop at the primary production stage. Tonight we meet Jacqueline, who has mastered her craft in the coffee value addition chain. The brains behind Jada Coffee. She is also known as Madam CEO, an exception, you know, as you're about to find out. You are passionate about coffee.
Absolutely.
And you're going to tell me why.
First, I'm a Ugandan who is passionate about my country. I love my country. And of course, when it comes to our country, you look for the competitive advantage. You're like, what is so good about our country that sets us apart?
Yeah.
And coffee does that. Number two, sustainability. Coffee is one product that once you get into, even when you're passionate about it, you still earn and survive.
Yeah.
The three things: you earn, you promote your country, and you survive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the best. For gold, I know we are passionate about gold, but you can find gold in Congo. You can find, but our coffee is the best.
It's one of a kind, isn't it? As someone from the slopes of Mount Elgon myself, I speak with pride of the greatest Arabica coffee.
Luma Saba?
Yes, sweetness. Don't make me start. People will get confused. Now, you do value addition. Now, some people might not see the greatness in the likes of yourself. I would love for you to let our viewers know the significance of value addition. For the likes, you know, companies like Jada Coffee, what is your contribution to the farmers?
Yes, so like I said, what is so unique about us is that we have the farmers. True, but if you ask someone that, yes, we grow coffee, but mention for me top 5 brands, we have none. Someone will say, I know this cafe, but a cafe is not a brand. We are looking for a pack, like a pack, where you say a brand, like I might mention, give them the ad, like they deserve it. You say Nescafe. Now, when you ask someone, mention for me top 5 coffee brands, forget the exporters.
Yeah.
They don't mention any. So I came up and said that besides us selling coffee, we must promote a brand so that it stands out, so that when someone says, I want packed Ugandan coffee, they know there is a brand they can rely on. So that's when I said, okay, I'm coming in. However, there is a big challenge, and it is global. Farmers are getting poorer, and us in value addition, which is the packed coffee, we are getting richer. Jackie is driving a Range Rover. A farmer is in a grass-thatched house. So that kind of challenge, it's global, not only in Uganda. I came up and said, so how can we do better? Because Uganda exports most of its coffee, green bean from the farmer straight to the sea, and off it goes.
And hybrid at that.
Exactly. So meaning we do not guarantee the farmer the market, direct market, okay? Because you're buying their coffee and you're taking it out. But how about when you say, I will buy your coffee, package it, and sell it in the country? So that's how I came up and said, let me pay the farmer a better price. And we sit down together and we say, you're supplying me your coffee. I will take you through everything you need in terms of extension services, in terms of even quality, in terms of even financial literacy. Where I sit down one-on-one, our team sits down that before we take our coffee, when we are sitting, we are seated together and you're packing, then we tell you, but you have 7 children. Hey, mama, you have 7 children. What are you going to do? You only give me 1 bag. You know, that kind of conversation where you let them know and understand that you cannot have 7 kids. And you have 1 acre, and you expect that Jada Coffee or Jacqueline Arinda is just having 1 kid. And we cannot be the same. And they say, okay, so you mean few kids means that my income, you're like, yeah, you few kids and your income, they have a relationship and you must understand. So we take them up, and it's not just about picking their coffee and then off you go, picking their coffee and off you go. Want that when a supplier, a farmer who is supplying Jada Coffee, even in your community, you go back to Mbale, you will differentiate them.
Let's move the entire Uganda to a next level.
Exactly.
So it's not just we are the ones adding value, because there is a lot of money in value addition.
Yeah, there is a lot of money, and in most cases, when we buy our coffee, but you say it is expensive. Yeah. So when we buy the coffee from farmer, per se, 13,000, okay? And you bring it to Kampala. Now, I will go step by step because I don't want the viewer to assume so many things. There is money in coffee. When I buy it from the farmer does not transport it to Kampala. I transport it to Kampala. And when it gets here, we are seated next to a roaster. Now, there are about 3-4 stages before the roaster. I have bought it as parchment. I have to hull it.
Yes.
After hulling, I have to sort it. Why? Because it has some residues or some whatever that came from the hulling. So now I have to sort it out, and then I roast. Yes. All those are services. There is the hulling service, there is the sorting service, and now I have to roast this roasting service. Then I have the grinding part of it. It's also a service. Those are about 4. And when you add them together, you will get about 6,000 that I have just spent on that coffee before it is in the bag. Now, after that, the 6,000, I have to have the packaging material, which is usually not less than 2,000 or 1,500. So you have all that going to roughly 8,000. 8,000 that you have added on the green bean. I have not added the price of the green bean that I bought from the farmer. So then you package.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, someone will come with a narrative, and the viewer, and you, I want you to understand me that Jada Coffee buys a bag of a kg at 13,000 and sells the coffee at a cup at 10,000. How is that applicable? It is not right. But I asked them, what about all this
that you've added into it?
What is the meaning of value addition? Meaning there is something I have added on this product, and then it goes to the shelves. But surprisingly, people have started drinking coffee. I see people arguing that it's 3%, but I totally disagree. We must be like at 10, 11. We have moved. Middle income status. We have money. Money came. When you're here, could you tell them how it smells like? Tell them, they need to know. It's smelling coffee.
It is exceptionally Ugandan coffee.
When I roast it from here, by the time it reaches you, it still has that aroma that, I think this is good coffee. And because we are poor at consuming coffee, even when someone opens a bag and it doesn't smell coffee, it's like, this is not coffee.
The president does push for a lot of value addition. Yeah. That's why the likes of you get our attention. Because if we are going to brag about the gold in the seed, you once said, coffee. People compare coffee to gold. Coffee isn't gold. Yeah. Coffee is better than gold. So we will not demean our coffee. We won't bring it to the level of gold. But after all, this is seeds of gold. We have over approximately 3 million farmers indulging in coffee farming. And we want to support each and every farmer. Is that possible? Would you say that the president's dream of getting Ugandan farmers to the next level via value addition is possible, beginning with the most exported crop?
The competitive advantage is very important. And the moment you stand your ground and you say you're going to go against it, then you're going to invest in more time, more money, and any other resource that you have.
Yes.
First of all, Ugandans, like you stated, we have about 3 million smallholder farmers who do not even grow coffee on an acre, who are even into mixed, mixed farming and intercropping. Okay? So, meaning we have not utilized even our competitive advantage of green bean. So how about we have more large-scale farmers in coffee? Because if we are earning trillions of dollars from just smallholder farmers who have 15 to 20 trees, how about you earn from someone who has about 10,000 trees? You understand my... Why don't we first take advantage of that? Because the Nestle or Nescafe that you're competing with has been here since 1900. You're competing with that company, which has mastered the art of marketing, which has mastered the art of distribution, which has even mastered... I remember there was a time we met in Chankwanzi to discuss about value addition. Gladly enough, we were invited by the president, and they were serving us Nescafe. And I told them that we are not going to discuss this whole idea of value addition. When you called us in Chankwanzi, we were there. I remember we were about 5 or 7 companies of coffee. Others were in juice, other crops to mention. But I asked, why didn't you even ask Jada Coffee to sponsor you? You are embarrassing us. And you know what they told us? So now, you're telling me that we are going to export our coffee. Have you looked at our packaging? Have you noticed that most of us are in bags. And the big brands are in tins? And even in terms of volumes, they are in grams. The smallest, they even go to 10 grams. Guess what? They even go to 5 grams of sackets. For us, we are still in 250 grams, 100 grams. Then the packets, we are still in stickers and what. So in terms of even packaging, branding, we are not ready. I understand we want to earn a lot of money, but I respect the president so much that I read his speeches. Every time he releases a speech, I go to his page, State House page, and I download and I read. And he's the one who talks about history, cash crops. We came from here to here. Why is it that he's rushing this value addition? Why can't we take our time? So what am I saying? Let's empower the farmers, okay? The farmers that we're talking about do not... Actually, value addition, when you say value addition, most people think about the product in the bag. I can tell you, coffee, value addition that the coffee we are exporting is also... goes through the value addition process. There is what we call honey processed coffee. Isn't that value addition? Hulling, isn't that value addition? But how come that farmers do not have hulling machines? They have to go to the model farmers or to the factories. Okay? So why don't we first empower the farmers at that level? The fertilizers, the whatever, expand and train them. They don't even know quality. I can assure you that the good thing with Uganda is that every generation has grown coffee or knows someone who has grown coffee. They know how to grow good coffee. But when it comes to post-harvest handling, they don't know. That's why you hear the Chiboko, the ones that dry coffee from the ground, they don't care. Even storage, because storage, and the government needs to understand that buli omu wakoma watandikira. If me as a person, I have invested 10,000, now I will aim for 20,000. But I cannot say I am earning 10,000 and I'm aiming for 100,000. That means that So meaning a farmer, you cannot expect a farmer who is sleeping with his bags of coffee, even with his hens, even with his goats in the same room. Now you're telling them value addition. Where are they going to store that equipment? Agenda jibba.
True.
You understand? So we have not empowered the farmer. That what the farmer needs, we have not given them to them. And now you're asking them to enter value addition. This machine that you see here, the least you can invest in it is about $18,000. $18,000 Ziteke mzee Uganda, umanyi fe coffee we speak in dollars. But the least you can go is about 68 million. Which farmer will give you 68? Which farmer will invest in 68 million?
Which farmer
to
has
have this
6,000
machine?
shillings?
Even in Europe, they roast the green bean. Go to their cafes. They roast the green bean and grind it there and then cafes. That's why the consumption goes high, and that's why they earn a lot, because in the market it is where they roast it from, grind it, and drink it. So Uganda is not ready for value addition. Take advantage, support the 3 million farmers, get them from where they are, such that they can have enough money to invest. Unless the government is saying they are going to support all of us like Nelson Tugume, which they are not going to. I can tell you, they are not going to do that. But if they support all the farmers and the people in value addition like us to have our own money, then I will invest.
Of course.
Yes.
I hear you. There is so much knowledge here. There's so much to learn. Do not forget to scan that QR code on your TV and join the conversation. You know you want to. You want to pitch in. Yes. You want to argue. Yes. I too have so much to say that I will say off the camera. So we're going to take a very short commercial break. When we return, goodness, I want to say we have the expert opinion, but we have expertise here already. So see you in a few. Welcome back from the break. I am so glad that you are still watching. If you want to step out of the house and step away from your TV, well, that's okay, because the Your TV app has you covered. You can watch us live on the Your TV app. Simply download it, be it the iOS or Android. They've got you covered. You want to catch those old episodes again? They have them uploaded and you can catch us anytime. You can also chat with us and chat with the Madam CEO. You support local farmers. You've been at this for 5 years, but officially about what, 4 years with an address for you are here to find it. So you've been at it for long. There are challenges that have come with it, and you have been quite honest about them. But there are achievements that have come with it, or else you wouldn't have been here for the 5 years. So what are these achievements that have come with this?
One, when you're starting a company, you need a breather. Now I can breathe. Self-employment. That is one. Number two is looking at farmers, and you see a farmer who was struggling with taking children to school, struggling, and now they look at you like a god. They're like you are an answered prayer. Looking at those farmers transform. That's my best. Number three is the brand itself. You would be shocked when I'm seated there and someone from all over the world, like someone from Europe sends a picture and is like, Jackie, I found your coffee here. And I'm like, what? We haven't even started exporting the finished product and it is already in China, because we do gift hampers and the tourists and what. And then someone says, I found the brand here. And we used to run a campaign where I would tell you that, show us your landmark. Okay? Now in Uganda, you will tell me your landmark, but other countries do have their landmarks. So someone would be like in France, and they take a picture with what?
Brand.
Yeah. Okay. They would show you. If you're in New York, they would show you, and you'll be like, wow, there is that satisfaction that you get, and you know, like you said, the challenges. But that poster just erases all of them, and then you go back at work and you're like, I think I'm doing something. Because business, you don't see the achievements. You feel them sometimes. So that, I would be like, wow, finally Uganda's coffee is going to different countries. Number four, I want to really, really appreciate myself and the team and the entire coffee sector, that we have defended the sector. Because even the policies they have, yes, they consult us, some of them, others they don't. So to see myself in boardrooms, I sit actually at the EUDR task force, the European Union Due Diligence Regulation Task Force. And when I am seated in such rooms, when they in conferences, they call you as a panelist and you're discussing coffee, you're like, man, I'm glad that I'm a voice to many. That with my team, when we are speaking about coffee, protecting the sector, shaping the sector, that is big. Lastly, let me tell you, small as we are, we have helped other companies.
Yeah.
And when you came here, you found one, a farmer. We asked the farmer, you need to drink your coffee. Small as it is, drink your coffee. We have helped other brands. You know, we are like a hub. You come here, we tell you these are the steps to take, and someone starts their coffee company. And you look at their company and you're like, that is my achievement.
That is me.
As a woman, as a young person, I have inspired even people in different sectors, not even in coffee, to start their own companies, to believe in themselves. You know, when we are starting business, people tell us that it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Now you had your stable job, now you're going to start your company. It's not worth it. But we inspire them. And by the way, to start a company in Uganda, in Africa, or anywhere in the world, sometimes I think you take up risks that no one else can understand. So all you need is someone who wants to say, my dear, you're on the right road, you're on the right track. Why? Because you wake up in the morning and you're like, I know business, no. You question yourself. So the person you need to rely on is maybe Jada Coffee or Madam CEO, who will post and say, this is doable.
Yeah.
The miracle, and I am. Behind the camera, we tell these people the right words. Not on camera where we're inspirational speakers, motivate. Eriyo tusawanso omwana n'omugamba nti nkubuulira amazima. Eyo hurry joina yerya company. Because the money you're getting from the company, you're taking it, and then we guide them and shape them and put them back together. No, we have institutions like Botabika, but where do entrepreneurs go? In Uganda, as a business person, when you're stressed, all this drama that you're having, we know for children where you go, if you're sick, you go to the hospital. If you're mentally ill, Botabika, where do business people go? Apart from I told you so. That's what keeps echoing. I told you, you shouldn't start this business. Then you have other people who are not running businesses and they don't even know how to run a business. And they will tell you, no, you need a consultant. They chew your money, They are like witch doctors. They chew your money until you are done. So me as Jada Coffee and as a woman and as a Madam CEO, the people that I have helped to keep their companies running, that is an achievement. But I've not done it alone. I want to appreciate other parties like NSSF that came out. It was my biggest achievement. NSSF came out and said, you know what, all the businesses that need support, apply. And I applied. I didn't know anyone in NSSF. And even if I did, I didn't at that time. I applied. I went through all it and all the stages. And it was my best moment when they mentioned my company. And besides that, I was like, but when Zokubanga, just they were on a PR thing, they are announcing winners. I waited for the money. It came.
Colleagues.
Yes, I said, now the money that came, are they going to abandon us? They are here. They ask us, what do you need? And I bought the machine and they have not left us and it is here. That made me achieve that. Now I do not have to roast from somewhere else. I was roasting at Gerard Katabazi. Rose knows Gerard has shaped all of us. Now I have my own roaster. Now I can roast my own coffee there and then package it fresh and take it away. I can also use my facilities to help other people roast. Isn't that a big achievement? Okay. So that's why I have to say thanks to NSSF for believing in us when other people could not believe in us. So those are the achievements.
That you have.
And God, of course. Without God, I think I wouldn't be mentally stable, because business can throw you in the dust, in the mud, in everywhere, and you need God.
He pulls you out of it.
I think you have to be like a mad person to survive in business. Because there's sometimes when you sit down with your team and you tell them we are taking this road, never kugamba. You're like, here. It is after achieving all that you plan. And then everyone says, by the way, this is, But that vision, you as the founder, it's only you who carries it. And if you don't have God to guide you, to see it through, let me tell you something. When you're starting a business, most people will tell you, you need a witch doctor. You don't. You need God. People will tell you, I've heard people say, you can't open a mudara somewhere that you don't have some things, because if you don't have that support. No, me, I had God. And God has helped me keep this business. To our clients that have supported us, you have no idea what it means like supporting a young company. And even when I delay to deliver, you stay with us. Even when I deliver, you stay with us. Even when you come to us and say, they have the capacity. The reason why most of the companies are struggling is because they ask us about the capacity. But to see Jada Coffee being supported by clients such that we build that capacity to be able to supply to our clients, it's a big achievement, and we couldn't have achieved it without our clients. To our family is important. You know, do you know, coming from a family and they tell you, none of us in this entire generation and the past and the coming can ever start a business. The so and so started a business here. Won't started a business here. They having a family to tell you, you're on the right channel, you're on the right track, you're doing well, we are here. You know, coming in a family and you have your cabra and a those yazanyira mutaka ochali mwana muto, but it is no, that alone can, if a family is not supporting it, by the way, they might not buy. My family rarely buys. Actually, I can tell you, they have not bought coffee. But the only thing I'm telling is that they have given me that confidence, that they believe in my dream. They're not telling me Jakugwa. They're not telling me, but why are you wasting that? Why don't you get a job? No. My family has supported me. They have not bought my coffee, but at least when I say, Mommy, I'm stuck, give me 1.5 million, my mother will give it to me. In fact, my mother, when I say, give me 1.5, she will give it to me. That I have this, she will give it to me. Same as my brothers. When I started a company, I can tell you my siblings, I would call them, Awe, my brother. I call him and I'm like, they wrote me up order nene to pack. That is one nature, later one of human capital. And comes and packs. That family that you need to support you. They might not buy your coffee, they might not want, but at least when you're walking, you walk with confidence. You meet my daughter. My dad usually introduces me like, my daughter is in coffee. You understand? Because sinabera CEO liatula ku 7th floor. No, but at least my family makes me feel like, that's why I call myself Madam CEO, because that is the goal.
Yes.
The goal is to be there. So you must have a family that supports you, so that mentally you're not doubting yourself, your inner self, because your inner self can take away the dream. The moment you start doubting yourself and someone has planted a seed of doubt, and your family are the closest and friends. My friends have supported me through recommendations. They don't drink coffee. They also prefer chocolate and what, but they be like, I have a friend. All the calls that you receive is either a friend or Rose or who. So you can imagine that, and friends, I mean even the ones on Twitter, I mean online, and we are in that world. So to have all those people, that means that it's my achievement.
Yes.
It's my achievement, and I couldn't have done that without them.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a little emotional there. Now I need to start a business so that my dad can introduce me.
You have to tap into this untapped market.
I do drink coffee though. You do?
Yeah, you had one. Yeah.
I mean, I can't embarrass my ancestors.
No,
Bale. I know, right? But I do drink my coffee. There is so much to learn when it comes to the value chain, and these are the kind of farmers. I will call you a farmer because you do support our farmers, so you become part of the family.
Yeah.
But these are the kind of farmers that we come back to when it comes to tapping into experts. We do appreciate you sticking with us. Again, you can join the conversation. Tell us who you want to see. Tell us who you want us to visit, and we will be at your beck and call. Stick around. Like I said, there is so much to learn and so much to appreciate in the agriculture sector. Thank you for watching. When we talk value addition, we are taking you through the whole process. Right next, we are going to have the roasting process. I mean, if you're going to enjoy coffee, you might as well enjoy it the right way. So coffee is roasted first before it is ground and packaged. Now we're going to go through the roasting process, and we've got our expertise Nahir right here on ground, right ready to take you through it.
Yeah, this is our 6 kilogram roaster, but we always put 5 kilograms. As you see here, I'm going to first weigh the weight of the bucket after I tear, as you can see right there. There are 5 kilograms of green beans. We are going to first put them in our hopper. This is where the beans are first put before being released to the drum. Now, this is the control chamber, where we are going to control each and everything that is going on in our roaster. Now we have to first preheat this drum up to a degree of 180 degrees. So we have to first wait for it to reach 180 degrees. As you can see here, this is the temperature of the drum that we are preheating. Now, right now they are 182 degrees. Now we are going to release our coffee from the hopper to the drum. This is our first valve. As you can see, the coffee here rotating. One of the reasons why we put in 5 kilograms in a 6 kilogram roaster is to have an uneven roasting. Now you can see here the degrees are going to go while decreasing due to the moisture content in the coffee beans. Since the drum will have a consistent heat supply, but the green beans will not have the consistent supply of the moisture content, as you can see right there.
So right now we are at the packaging stage, right? Okay, we've got our grinder, we've ground, so let's get it going.
So at this stage, you must make sure, because you pack in 250 grams.
Yeah.
So chances are maybe you are extra or maybe you are less.
Yeah.
So this is where we have to find out
How much we have in the bag. And now we have 278. We want 250
grams.
Okay. So we have to take. So we factor in the weight of the bag as well, which might be about 2 grams.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I packed a lot.
That's all right. We'll get there.
Oh, you're there.
Yep, and there we go. I am exceptional at this. It's my ancestor.
So when coffee is fresh, so you can see, okay, because it's fresh from grinding. Even the color you can see.
You can tell.
But as time goes, it gets darker.
Yes.
Very dark.
And the scent is to die for.
I'm telling you. So you have another bag, and then we seal.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, speaking of the scent, you can always tell the difference between the Robusta coffee and the Arabica coffee. Is that so?
Yeah, the
Is that
scent
true?
can mislead you, but it's stronger with the Robusta because, Robusta has that strong aroma that comes in. But when you try to drink it, that's where you differentiate the two. Because our Arabica has that sweetness on your tongue, and but Robusta is thick. So in short, when you're differentiating them and you get used, you have to look for, always follow that sweetness that comes in. But if it goes sour, then you know you're going for Robusta. Yes.
Okay, so
you're really good at this. Have you done this before?
No,
or you're
it's
just
you.
the first learner?
You're just an exceptional teacher. I'm being taught by the best.
So you should start a coffee company. Now you have basics.
Exactly. I'm coming. I'm your next student.
Join the sector. So when you talk about packaging, most people usually prefer machines, but we're like, how will you give other people jobs? That's why I advise people that if you have like this in terms of packaging, hire more people than using a machine. I know we're in an era of machines.
Yes, I am too good.
But you need this.
I am too good.
So how much do you think we should pay for that bag?
Off camera, sweetie, I got you. You have to factor in NSSF and all the cousins. Yes.
So don't you think we are right when we give you that price? Because we need to pay the person packaging, we need to pay the person grinding,
true.
and then there is the roaster. So all that process. So here we go. You're ready for sealing?
Yes.
It is very easy. Okay. Now you're ready. Now that machine has a red button. So once you put and you bring, you hold here, you put, okay, wait for the red button to go off, and you'll be ready.
And we're sealed. Okay. Am I in order?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on. You have to, like
Right
there.
And
press harder. Wait for our machine.
Yep.
Did it go off?
Yes, it did.
And how is it?
And we've sealed.
Perfect. Now, after sealing this batch, it's at this stage that you have to put your sticker. Why? When you don't, let's say someone wants Robusta, and now you serve them Arabica. Those are the crucial stages in production that you need to master. You have to label it and say this is purely Arabica, so that someone knows. Even when they are bagging, don't assume they know the bag.
Yeah.
Someone is like, oh, how much is this? And then you tell them it's a 250 grams and this is our price. So at this level, you are done and your coffee is ready for drinking. Now most Ugandans usually ask me, is this coffee ready for drinking? It is, just like tea leaves.
Put it in.
Put in. Whether you want, it's like sugar. You want 3 spoons, go for it. You want 1, go for it. Up to your taste.
Yeah.
And that's it. You don't need any machine. The rest, yes, you might need a machine when it comes to grinding, like beans. That's why I tell Ugandans, don't buy beans if you don't have a grinder at home. Buy powdered coffee. Does it dissolve like Nescafe? It doesn't dissolve on my tongue. No, it does not dissolve on your tongue. Yeah.
That's why we get some people buying the French press if you do not want.
Buy your French press. Put it in, even the French press, it is easy. It's like your sieve. Put in down, first remove the sieve, put in your coffee, put some water, put it on top and press. And then you're good to go. Isn't our product good?
We now speak coffee, guys. We speak coffee. So some say coffee is so much better without sugar. What's your take?
Well, I can say for the population that is learning how to take coffee, they will do with sugar. However, good coffee is better without sugar. And some people even think that coffee, you take it when it is during the cold weather. Do you know I take coffee during the hot weather? Yeah. It's called iced coffee, you know. So I like my coffee when it is iced.
It's iced.
And I also like my cold brew. Cold brew is where you have your coffee cold. You make your coffee, let it sit in and wait. In the morning, you wake up, maybe you take your coffee. Iced coffee is where you make your coffee and then you put in ice. So coffee is for all weathers. Ugandans that are saying, oh, Europe takes a lot of coffee because it is cold. Even here when it is hot, you need a cold brew. So, and that cold brew usually doesn't like, I don't take it with sugar.
Yeah. No, well, it's so much better without the sugar.
Without sugar.
But then again, to each their own. We're trying to get Ugandans.
You know they do honey. There's even options. Do syrups. Do syrups, honey, what. And even flavors. You can do vanilla syrup, you can do cinnamon syrup. But either way, drink coffee.
Enjoy coffee.
Enjoy. I'm glad that you said that you can't speak the Masaba, but how do you call coffee in Masaba? Emwani.
Itawe. Itawe. But I can't tell you on camera because there are certain tribes that I might offend.
I guess this is the time where the camera has to stop and you tell
It
me.
has stopped rolling, then I tell you. So when you get to the people that grow the best Arabica, you know what to tell.
I'm telling. I need to know that so that I tell them, yeah.
So we have roasted, we have ground, and we have packaged. You want to enjoy some freshly ground and nicely made Ugandan coffee. You can find Madam CEO on X, on TikTok. You know, she keeps up with the times and she's every generation. She's got you covered. You can also visit their offices in Ntinda, plot 97 on Mutesa Road, and you can get yourself a bag. You want Robusta coffee, you want Arabica coffee, to each their own. She's got you covered. And speaking of experts, we are going in for the expert opinion with YPA. For our goat enthusiasts, this man has all the knowledge that you need.
So, my dear friend that loves goat farming, YPA is here to save you from unnecessary losses. You see, this pasture that looks like this, just in case you did a mistake, maybe you poured water, maybe you didn't put something, you didn't build this pasture, and you find your pasture whitish like this. Please don't mix your pasture and use and give goats. Don't, because this is the biggest cause of bloat. You see? Are you seeing these red things? These are highly acidic. Actually, snakes eat a lot of these. Snakes. So the moment your goats eat this, they are going to do what we call bloat. And bloat, in most cases, if you don't have an expert at the farm, you're going to find yourself losing goats. Bloat is what? Bloat is when the goat swells. It swells. You find the stomach is very huge. Then it starts losing it. It cannot breathe very well. It starts, say, producing a worrying sound. Eventually it dies. It does not go beyond 24 hours. So usually, if you are not an expert, you may not be able, because you know a normal goat has two sides of the stomach, this side and this side. So where you usually see it is not full, that is where the lungs, the heart, and everything is. And usually where you see the stomach is full when after feeding, that is where it feeds from. So usually we get what we call trach and cannula. Trach and cannula is where we get a needle pierce here so that air can get out from the belly. But that can only be done by an expert. Don't try it at home if you're not a vet. Otherwise, you're going to kill your goat before it even dies. Usually, it is because of air. That is why the stomach swells. Then eventually, it squeezes the heart and the heart bursts, and that is the death of the goat. But if you release this air, and also this one causes constipation. Constipation is when you see a goat is trying to push, but nothing is coming. Constipation can kill a goat. Goats can die in ways that you cannot really understand. You just have to be very observant. That is why YPA has experts at the farm. Also, even when we have experts, we have insurance. So that insurance will be a topic for another day. But what I'm telling you is that goats can die anytime. What you need to do is be vigilant all the time and make sure you do what we call standard operation procedures. Even in goats, we have them. Then let's not use workers that we pay $2,000. Let's use workers that we pay so that we can get a lot of money. Youth Platform Africa says agribusiness is the answer for this era. Good evening.
so much, Obed, for that expertise. You have been an exceptional audience as always. Keep those comments coming in. Hashtag NTV Seeds of Gold. Next week, we have so much more in store for you. I know I enjoyed this episode. I don't know about you, but I do hope you did enjoy it. Do not go away. We have Weekend Edition coming on next, and you know we have the best updates, don't you? We'll see you next week. Thank you so much for watching.